How's it going today, guys? Or how's your night going? Or how was your weekend? I'm dropping blog after blog. I'm just kind of trying to get everything caught up. I was off a few days last week, so I wasn't really able to drop any blogs, and I had to also start working on this little setup that I have. Hope you guys like it. Hope you guys like what I got to say. Like and subscribe. But today I wanted to tonight I wanted to actually talk a little bit about, is there any other stocks that I think are like, what would be my next stock that I really want to add? I mean, let's say I wake up tomorrow and Facebook jumps up to like $150 and I'm like, okay, I'm out of that. Charge point's too heavy, or charge point's too much right now for me, even though I do think ChargePoint has some room to run. And ChargePoint actually, I think, could be the biggest stock in my portfolio because, in my opinion, they are leading next to Tesla in the charging category. They don't make cars or nothing, but a lot of people know what ChargePoint is, especially in the EV. If they own a electric vehicle, they know what ChargePoint is. So could ChargePoint get acquired, or could Tesla just eat their cookies and send them home broke? It could very well happen. That's why I'm, lightly putting money in. Allegiant, you got to be careful with airlines. I want to keep my cost basis, where it's at with Allegiant. It's already ran a little too much. Square, I could see myself buying, and Best Buy as well. But Best Buy Best Buy might still be a buy. But I kind of like the way Shopify's looking. Now, again, this is more off of what I see in day-to-day stuff, because Shopify doesn't have a lot of great things going for it. The profits aren't very good. The growth is phenomenal, and the growth is going to continue to grow. If you want to run a business online, you have to pretty much use Shopify. So that's why I'm interested in Shopify. I would like to get it around $30, and I own a little bit of it in my private account, but I want to add it to my my public portfolio. That way I can talk about it. But so right now I'm still looking at it. I still want to look more into the team, but if you actually listen to their conference calls are pretty impressive. A lot of investors like what they've got to say. They do have $5 billion, in cash, and they have only about $1 billion in debt, so they could pay off their debt. So that's also a plus on what I like to see. So everyday use is covered. They have cash compared to debt, so they're not going to go bankrupt in any time soon that I see. They make $5 billion a year in revenue. 52% gross margin. I mean, if you look deeper into their numbers, they're actually not too horrible. And I think they just got a new CEO, which used to, I believe, work at like JP Morgan. I'm going to double check. That's the last thing I got to do, is really look into the team before I make a buy in Shopify. But I do believe, it's growing at 30%. I think it'll even grow more than 30%, actually. There is some competitors, but Shopify is the top. And since the valuation has been hit so much, people would argue that maybe it's still a little overvalued. Wow. So the market cap is at $43 billion. However, the enterprise value, the value of the company, if they start selling their chairs and stuff and the Kleenexes and the toilet paper, they can probably pull up $39 billion. But the market cap is still a little hefty. But do I see it becoming? Yeah. I mean, I could see Shopify being a $2 to $300 billion market cap. So that's probably why people are buying it up. I mean, this dropped all the way down to like $23, and now it's up to $34. So I mean, it jumped quite a bit. Minus 38% in the last 12 months in net margin. Minus 93 in Q2. But you know, it's recovering from all the COVID stuff. Keep in mind how many businesses had to shut down, even the online businesses, how, supply chains have really kind of messed with Shopify. They have the money to stay afloat if things do continue to go bad in the micro environment or whatever. But I think they have enough cash to survive. The only thing I need to check on is their team, which I think, from what I've heard, they have a decent team. Etsy is a competitor, but you know, they sell weirder stuff. So like I said, I like to look into the competitors. So let's do that. Etsy 2. But it's, you know, I think it's more niche products in Etsy. But, you know, they're still... Etsy might not. You know, Etsy has $2 billion in debt, but it does have $1 billion just sitting around. Actually, I think it has $44 billion sitting around. So I guess Etsy isn't going to go anywhere. What's the market cap? $12 billion. Honestly, Etsy could probably be a buy too. See, and this is why I like looking at the competitors, because as I'm looking, I'm like, whoa, you know, but Shopify does make double the money every year. But I mean, but I do think Shopify is easily, you know, a $200 billion company. So I will look into Shopify. I'll also look into Etsy. But maybe some of those type of companies is what I'm looking for. I also still got to look into Best Buy a little bit more, because that might be one. But like I said, I'm kind of focused more right now on Facebook. I don't see Facebook making that big a jump. But the next stock I would probably put on my list would be Shopify, as I'm seeing it right now. So... But I'd only buy Shopify at $30, you know, so we would have some way to drop a little bit. I mean, anything under $30 I think is a good buy on Shopify. So I'll be keeping my eyes on that this week, and hopefully looking to buy if we see a lot of red, which we probably will. Maybe not, you know, things have been looking good. Well, they did on Friday-ish, so, you know, we'll keep positive thoughts. But like I said, long-term investor, so it's not like I'm going to sell anyway. But, yep, thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.